Good morning, everyone. I have a lot to do. I need to get going here, so I'm going to hurry up as fast as I can. Um, I am going to do a video on some of the meat that I got, how I'm going to put it away, and I've already got my chicken thighs cooking for this coming week's cat food. So I've got those cooking. So me and the girls will be having some chicken skin today, like we did the other day. So that's always fun. I did find like a pork roast. I found shrimp. I found um, pork pieces. I found a lot of meat yesterday at Kroger when I went to get freshies, and I found a lot of freshies. So I spent some money yesterday. Plus, I got the frozen things that I didn't get at JC. So I am like off the charts on my budget this week. But they were such good deals. I couldn't turn them down. I love having frozen stuff. And right now, finding the fish and the shrimp and everything is so important because we love it. I love to make exotic dishes. I love to cook all different food styles here, and it's just him and I. And so a little bit, I can make a really interesting meal. So that's why I always grab those things. So anyway, I'll show you that later, maybe if I have time. I may not. I need to get back outside and feed and water and check on Solomon. He's out there barking. He's mad. He needs some exercise. He needs to run. So I need to get him out there and running. I got to do laundry today. I've got a lot to do. And it's Super Bowl. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sit and watch a Super Bowl. I don't know. Depends on what else is on. Just saying. But I want to talk about something. I watched Trump's speech at South Carolina. And I really, really want to just focus on this. Now, remember, I don't delete comments. If the comment don't pop up, I don't know what to tell you. If you're getting a reply from the comment that you make, I'm not on the video. I'm looking at my notifications and your comment comes up, I reply to it, and then that's it. I don't go back to the so if you're getting a reply to it, that means I saw it and I replied to it. If you're worried about just having everything posted down there, I don't know what to tell you. It makes me look stupid too because it looks like I'm just comment when you have comments in between. I get it. But is it more important for your comments to show or for me to reply to them? I mean, I don't know what's more important to you. All I know is I'm not deleting them, I'm not hiding them, I'm not doing anything. And that's why I made that short video yesterday as I was running out the door because I was really, really upset. Very upset. And especially to be called names because really, I am a patriot of the Constitution. The Constitution means everything to me. And I'm just telling you that right now. So, yeah, I would never follow anyone that does not follow the Constitution. So, period. But I want to get back to Donald Trump's speech in South Carolina. Now, there were many times during that speech. First of all, let me tell you my credentials. I worked in long term care for over 20 years. Over 20 years. Um, I took extra courses on Alzheimer's and dementia. I took the Indiana state certification for activity director. And with activities with dementia and Alzheimer's, you have to really you got to work yourself. You got to know what you're dealing with. You have to know how to push buttons and not to push buttons. You learn those things. You learn how when someone does this that this will follow. And sometimes there's erratic patterns, but normally not once you learn that person. Second of all, I stepped up again and became the social service director of a long-term care facility, and that is a state board of health certification. So I am state board certified as a social service designee for the state of Indiana. Not a big deal. it is when you don't have the credentials to start with that would spark someone to put you in those positions. So I worked very, very hard to get where I was, very hard to prove myself. The State Board of Indiana in, enjoyed my time served as activity director and as a social service director. So, with a social service director is a little different. You have to do care plans with family members, the POAs, so on. Um, you are setting up their care plans. You are setting up every department for their care plans. And care planning people with dementia and Alzheimer's is a personal thing because this person may have been an introvert and doesn't really want to participate um, with the facilities activities or daily care routine. So you have to care plan a little different for that. Care plan also is for medical. There were times when I would get called in at 3 o'clock in the morning because I had schizophrenics locking the door, having themselves barricaded in their room. Yes, I had to deal with schizophrenics. I had to deal with many other mental disorders on a level 2 diagnosis basis. I was the one in contact with the mental health physicians, facilities, hospitals. When you go in for your 72-hour, yeah, I was the one that was setting those up along with care plans in the facilities. So I'm not just some little hick off the street. So when I watch Trump speak, he's scared. He's a scared little boy. He's never had to do really anything other than disrespect people. His privilege has allowed him to be very disrespectful and get away with it because he's always had yes men around him. He paid them. You can pay anybody to say yes, I guess, except for me because I'm not going to do it. So, anyway, let me get to what I saw. When he makes a sentence, he'll start it with a propaganda word, and then the words start not making sense in the end. Now, I've watched almost every single speech he's done, whether it is a campaign speech or from a courtroom or a courthouse. And he does the same thing. He's talking about a cognitive test as if it were an aptitude test or a scholastics test. It is not. I've already explained that a cognitive test is very basic. It's not at all what he's describing to you either. So when he starts talking about all the math and all of that stuff, and it's not there, it's a lie. He's trying to make that cognitive test make him look better than Biden. If you keep talking about this cognitive test, it doesn't make you look better than Biden. It makes you look really stupid to us that know what it is. And for me, who took it when I had a TBI. Crazy. But what is crazier in South Carolina speech that I noticed was his attack on Nikki Haley. Now, we know in the one that he was attacking her, saying that she was responsible for the Capitol riots, security, and didn't take the 10,000 extra soldiers or officers, soldiers. Number one, there was no 10,000 officers or soldiers discussed. That it wasn't discussed. But he confused her with Nancy Pelosi. So he was combining two different lies. Do you not see that? There's something wrong there. Nikki Haley, Nikki Haley, Nikki Haley was responsible for the security at the Capitol on January 6th. No, she was not. Well, we tried to give her 10,000 soldiers. No, you did not. And that was Nancy Pelosi. And that is a lie. He says it's not an insurrection, but then when he talks about Nancy Pelosi being the cause of the insurrection on January 6th, See, that makes no sense. That doesn't make sense. Now, let's go into another part of it. Nikki Haley's husband is a combat veteran who was part of the National Guard who has been deployed to Africa. His he kept saying, "Why isn't your husband here? Why isn't your husband by your side on your campaign? Where's Melania?" Number one. Let's just turn it back. Where's Melania at? She don't have a baby at home. She's not around you right now. Where's Melania? But let's just go deeper into this. Number one, once again, there's a dig against the soldiers or the military by being that is a whole I don't understand how he puts down the military and everybody is like, oh well, he calls them fools, losers, whatever. But he also wants to say that she's weaker without her husband next to her. What? Lack of respect for women, lack of respect for the military and military families across the board. That's all I got to say. Watch your P's and Q's, dot those I's and cross those T's. Bye, y'all. Hugs from a distance. I hope to have something fun for you later. Bye, y'all.